Bruiser Brody was actually a very good friend of mine, and to everyone's surprise, he was very religious. I remember meeting him for the first time actually in Tampa, Florida, and he would always, before he'd make a town on Sunday, he would make sure he made church first. And so he's very religious, and I remember, before I get into his horrible murder, I remember wrestling Brody a few times in Houston, and I thought I was caught up in a tornado. It was probably like wrestling Hannibal on on one of Hannibal's angry days. But Brody pulled me all over the Houston Coliseum and ran me into every door and every wall in that building, and it was really an experience and really a lot of fun, of course. And then when it came my turn to get some heat on him, he returned the honors like a true pro that he was, and we just had a great hardcore matches, and I really enjoyed Brody, and the murder, I think, is probably one of the most unjust things that's ever happened, not only in professional wrestling, but in any avenue of business or sports or anything in the entire world, that this creep got away with murdering Brody in Puerto Rico, and to this day is a free man.
Jose Gonzales was his name.
Huh?
Jose Gonzales.
Yes, Jose Gonzales, and got off on a trial and is free walking the streets, and put a butcher knife 15 inches long through Bruiser Brody, and we all lost a real true friend, and it's a horrible, horrible thing that's really haunted me all these years of remembering him, and his dedication to the business, that he was so independent. He really set an example for independent wrestlers. Like Ernie Ladd was a very independent wrestler. He went all over the place for different promotions at the same time, and so did Bruiser Brody. So they were two rebels that got away with not having to stick to one particular territory and serve one god. They went everywhere all the time, and were really, really successful. And I remember seeing an incident with Gorilla Monsoon and Bruiser Brody at a Philadelphia taping, and they came very close to blows, and that's when Gorilla Monsoon was still in pretty. He was always big, but he could still move and do some damage. And I was just thinking to myself, watching him in the locker room, that. Like I said, the elbows went to blows, and that would have been a fight that would have caused an earthquake in South Philly. I'm telling you, and they settled everything out of court, so to speak, and didn't have to go to blows. But it would have been a hell of a fight that would have been videotaped. It would have sold tremendously, I'm sure. And I would have put my money on Brody, to be honest about it. Even though Gorilla Monsoon was an extremely good amateur wrestler, I think Brody had more guts to fight. And but I'll never forget the horrific murder of my good friend Brody. And I just saw recently some family photos of he had a bunch of kids over for Christmas and everything, and real wonderful family man, and it's absolutely tragic loss, especially to have the cold-blooded murderer walking the streets of Puerto Rico, a free man today, is beyond the pale. No justice whatsoever, and it's a tragic loss, and something you'll never forget and never want to happen again.